which brings me to my supplementary point, which is that, as we know, church attendance is plummeting, but the erection of mosques across Europe, I think 6,000 are under construction, and there are many more, are being planned. So do you regard that as a problem? Do you think that matters?
Yes, I do, really. I mean, I don't, I have to choose my words carefully. I mean, if I had to choose between Christianity and Islam, I choose Christianity every single time. I mean, it seems to me to be a fundamentally decent religion, in a way that I think Islam is not.
Yeah, Richard Dawkins, man, probably the most famous living atheist, sees the writing on the wall, and he now considers himself a cultural Christian, whatever that means. He's basically like, whoa, hold on, guys, hold on. When I said we should remove Jesus, I didn't mean that Muhammad or anybody else would be any better. Let's just think about this for a second. He says, Bill Maher says that Sweden is almost destroyed. We've all seen what's become of Germany. Now famous atheists are basically saying, thank God. And that's what they're saying. They're saying, thank God that I live in a Christian country, because within a Christian country, a country with conservative values and conservative protections of everyone's liberties, we're all free to live and breathe and say and think whatever stupid and insane liberal nonsense we want. But if we're not careful, it all slips away. And you've already seen, man, it is slipping away right now. And the slipping has started in Dearborn, Michigan, apparently.
Okay, so that's where we are. Now can I talk about American propaganda? Because there was a rally in Dearborn, Michigan. It's a large Muslim population. Chant of death to America. I feel like we passed something here. The left has gotten mad at me for many years for talking about Islam. I try not to do it too much because I know it makes them go crazy, and I've made my point. But it needs to be talked about now. When you start chanting death to America in America, I got it, Charlottesville was real bad when they were chanting death to Jews will not replace us. But on American soil, here's the Tarek Bazi is the organizer of this. This was at the end of Ramadan, International Day of Quds, Al-Quds, which was pronounced originally by, he said, this is why Imam Khomeini, that's the Ayatollah Khomeini. Remember him, yep. The Ayatollah Khomeini? He's the good guy now. Khomeini, he would say to pour all your chants and all of your shouts upon the head of America. Yeah, I heard this before. Not coming from America, but the great chastisement. We will chastise the infidels. But now it's coming from inside America. Sorry, got to talk about this again. He said, we live in one of the rottenest countries that ever existed on earth. It's not just genocide, Joe, that has to go. It's the entire system that has to go. No, it doesn't. I like our system. This is America, for crying out loud.
Well, what about...
And there are people who see me say this, oh, he's a conservative now. I'm a conservative. I have not changed. I always liked America and thought death to it was bad.
Well, how about...
And now Bill Maher may truly very well be alone, because to me, it's looking more and more possible and less like hyperbole that the majority of true American liberals do not actually like America anymore. I think they're more likely to be offended by the flag in their neighbor's front yard than they are their other neighbor chanting anti-American calls to violence. But anyway, essentially what Bill is saying is the exact same thing that Richard Dawkins was saying. If you're a liberal, you cannot allow America to collapse because you have literally nowhere else to go. These people don't realize this, but their beliefs, their vitriol, their insanity is literally not tolerated anywhere else on the face of the earth. Because, this is what the rest of the world, and apparently Dearborn, Michigan, is actually starting to look like.
We've been asked in the past, why are our protests on the International Day of Quds, why are they so anti-America? Why don't we just focus more on Israel and not talk so much about America? Gaza has shown the entire world why these protests are so anti-America. Because it's the United States government that provides the funds for all of the atrocities that we just heard about. And this is why Imam Khomeini, who declared the International Day of Quds, this is why he would say to pour all of your chants and all of your shouts upon the head of America. Malcolm X said, and I quote, "We live in one of the rottenest countries that has ever existed on this earth. It's not Genocide Joe that has to go. It's the entire system that has to go. Any system that would allow such atrocities and such devilry to happen and would support it, such a system does not deserve to exist on God's earth."
Yeah, guys, I mean, that is happening in the United States of America. And if you question it, or if you take exception to it, and especially if you fear it in any kind of way, that is racist now. And he shared a quote by Malcolm X, which made me think of my favorite Malcolm X quote. And Malcolm X famously said, "The white liberal is the worst enemy to America and the worst enemy to the black man." And he went on to say that he doesn't always mean Democrats. He doesn't only mean Democrats. The white liberal does not have just one political persuasion, basically. But anyway, he was absolutely right then, and he's made even more right now, because this is the kind of thing that liberals of all colors are actually responsible for.
I don't talk to Fox News.
At a rally in your district, people were chanting "Death to America." Do you condemn?
I don't talk to Fox News.
But do you condemn chants of "Death to America"?
I don't talk to people that use racist tropes.